All right, so I did a video on a Beretta a while back, but I did it in Romanian. I speak Romanian. That's where I'm from. I was born there. I never knew that this gun here existed. It is a Beretta. Let me. You can see the writing on it. It says short, so it might be backwards for you when you read it. Son of a gun. Yeah, it says short. Corto 9mm. Corto 9mm would be 380 ACP, and scurt in Romanian is short. So first time I shot it, a few malfunctions. I just wasn't used to the gun. Also, the barrel was a used, worn out barrel. So what I did, I replaced the barrel. No problem. I still have the old one. It's still fireable. It still groups okay. Just don't want to abuse it if I don't have to. So I thought, okay, I got it running just fine, but is that how it's supposed to run? So on GunBroker, I made an offer on another one. It was a low offer, and surprisingly, I won it. Now this one feels quite different. So this is why you want a comparison gun. So when you rack it back, it just sounds more normal. Let me know if you can hear the difference between this one and this one. There's a different tone. All right, so let's shoot it. I brought some two different types of ammo. I'll show you in a second. First box is Fiocchi. And I'm gonna put, let's just say 5 rounds in it. Don't they look pretty? So factory made Fiocchi, supposed to go about 960 feet per second. It's a 9mm bullet at 95 grains, right? So 95 grains, I don't know how many grams that is, but a typical grain for 9mm is 115. You can shoot it at 115 to 124, 147, but that's about it for 9mm. So what you're getting with the 380, you're getting a 9mm that's smaller back in the days. I think nowadays the micro 9s are just like that. But back then they didn't make that kind of compactness. So you're getting a smaller 9mm. It shoots almost the same velocity. 9mm goes at about 200 feet per second faster than that at the muzzle, about 1150. So 5 bullets. The newer one. So what I don't much care for, this is old technology, but the magazine catch was right here. So you have to press back against it and push it in. Now the gun is not chambered because I didn't rack it back. One way to check is just pull it back like that. Not chambered. So what I can do is I can chamber it. So here's the first thing. I pulled it back. Not quite chambering, so why not? Let's see if I give it a little bump. There you go. That's chambered. All right, so I got some resistance chambering it. So let's see. This is why you want 2 guns all the time. Let's see if this one does the same thing. All right. Ooh, that went in just nicely. All right, so chambered around. It's on safe. Make sure this other one, it's on safe. What happens when it's on safe? Can pull the trigger. So this would be a way to carry it. You can have it back and safe. That's one way. All right, so now let's see how it impacts the target. So there it is. Gun's unsafe. It's got this cool grip right here. I saw on YouTube somebody had removed this little finger holder and tried to smooth it out with a different magazine, and then they just didn't like it. Now what I do like about it, it covers all my fingers, all the 3 ones I don't use for shooting or for the trigger. Alright, so gun's unsafe. I'm going to see what the impact is over here. Malfunction. Alright, so it's not feeding it. Now this one, I didn't take apart to clean it and lube it because it felt like it was good. So let's give it a bump. Alright. Same thing. Same thing. I put it on safe, left a malfunction the way it is. Let's try the other one. Alright, this one's unsafe. Hammer is back. Let's see how it does with this Fiocchi ammo. Alright, there's a safety. Boom, ready to fire. No problem. I'm going to turn to the steel. Cool. So what's the problem with this one? Right? I had it in the other video. The trigger does not reset. So, does not reset. Empty. Right, so these guns are from 1940, right? They got tons. They got a bunch of little springs in them. All those little springs work together harmoniously to make a gun function. You saw that one is not chambering after every shot. This one is not resetting the trigger. Now there's a spring behind the trigger. The other one has a main spring. That's what brings the slide forward. Again, but I could try cleaning it. I'll come back after that. So let's try different ammo. So something I noticed, right? I shot it, and what I noticed is the bullet is in there. Slide comes back, but the bullet does not get racked forward. Why does that happen, right? My suspicion is that magazine spring is not pushing the round way up there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to flip magazines, right? Let's do that. So here's my suspicion. You see how that bullet does not ride to the top of the magazine? Cool. That's a magazine spring. Let's see if we can work it up. Yep, there was resistance in there. Woo, that's resistance. Okay, so this magazine, this gun probably has not been fired in probably, I'm going to say, ages. Okay, so now I'm going to try the other magazine. This magazine, I know is good. I cleaned the shit out of it. So, let's see. There we go. Different magazine, same bullets, steel targets. Let's see if I can focus it like that. Yep. Yep, there's the magazine. How does it shoot? Oh, so smoothly. So smoothly. 380 is about the largest caliber you want for a blowback action. This is a blowback action. The barrel in blowbacks is very well fixed to the bottom of the gun, so that makes it accurate. I'm impressed. It's the magazine. I'm going to clean the magazine. In fact, let me do it. Try a cleaning job right now. See if it fixes it. So the magazine comes apart easy enough. Press that hole, slide that forward. It's very tight, which tells me it hasn't been taken apart much. Alright, so there's that. You know, there's no gunk in it. It falls back and forth smoothly. I'll just try again. This time I put 7 rounds in it, so let's just see if a simple function test does it. Okay. There you go. They're kind of binding up. Yep, it's the magazine. Now I'll take it home and do some stuff to it. I got spare magazines. It's to be expected from an old gun. So let me try this magazine again in the gun and see maybe if the shaking of the gun gets it to work between shots. Alright, magazine in, no bullets chambered, bullet in the magazine. So let's see how it works. Once I let the catch forward right here, this is safety. Once I put it forward, the slide should come forward. Let's see. Yep, so it slides forward, round chambered. Now, the gun is now ready to fire. Things I am seeing that I don't see, that I saw my other Beretta on the 92. You see, this is the ejector. It does not tell you if the gun is loaded. Now, on a more modern weapons, or actually even the Luger back in 100 years ago, this would be also a loaded chamber indicator. It is not here. So let's see how these bullets cycle out of this magazine. Negative. Negative. So I'll put it on safe. Slide to the rear. I'm going to take this magazine out. I'll put it in the other gun. Do you notice how hard it is to change magazines in this? Right. It's so hard. The release is not on the frame right here. It's way down here. The slide is hung up on what holds it back is the magazine. Now, the other thing that holds it back is this thing right here. So I put it back. Now the magazine should come out, right? Imagine you're in a firefight situation. You need to change magazines, right? Do you know how hard this is? Like, you've watched me do this for about 20 seconds. I don't know of a way to do it. Me banging on a wooden thing to change magazines. Imagine if your Romanian officer, Italian officer, police officer is out there in a fight with this gun, tries to change magazine, and it would look comical. Now this is the other gun, it's unloaded. I'm going to put this thing into it. Rack it back. Gun is loaded. Or is it? There's no loaded chamber indicator. So I just crack it back. Yep, there's a bullet in there. So let's see if this magazine works in the other gun. On the steel. Isn't that interesting? The magazine works in this gun. So, okay. So, the magazine from that one works in this gun. The magazine from this one works in that gun. Guess I'm gonna have to do a bunch more shooting to figure this out. What combination I like. But this one, which I thought was the older one because it looks more raggedy, the thing is more worn, doesn't seem to be as reliable as this one that I just got. Caveat is, I did not clean this, but it felt good. What's to say about assuming when you assume you make, yeah, me. I didn't clean it. So this one that I cleaned really well is reliable now. I feel confident that every time no, I don't. Every time I pull the trigger, the gun goes off, but the trigger doesn't reset. So I'm gonna need a trigger spring for this one. This one seems reliable with the other magazine. So let me do a full mag on the newer one with the other magazine. Magazine I cleaned, old one, new gun, or new purchase. These are all in the same year. Alright, gun's off safe. It's cocked. There's a bullet in the chamber. I'm gonna try all 7 rounds. See how it works. Reliable. So, got 2 guns. A combination of pieces make one very reliable. The other one, the trigger does not reset on all the shots. So I will check the trigger spring. I mean, I could take the spring out of this, put it in that one, but I could just go online and buy another one. My opinion is these are, even though they're 70, 80 years old, 80 years old, I would carry one. It's reliable. I am hitting small steel at 20 paces on every shot. Let's see. The one thing that does happen is these grips get loose. I noticed on both of them, you shoot them a bit and the grips get loose. There's only one screw that holds them. That's how it is. So, you know, I'm probably gonna carry this. Yeah, I'm gonna go home and check out why that magazine doesn't feed all the time. But these are amazing historical guns. They are historical to me, historical to, you know what? There was a king. We had a king And when this was bought in the 40s, I bet you it was like the kingdom bought these. Yeah, my grandma would have been somewhere in 14 years old, would have been my grandma. 14, 13, because I know she had the first kid at in 1947. All right, so I'm gonna come back with these. I am going to clean them. I'm gonna test them for reliability, and we'll see what happens. Three shots in each. This one we know has trigger reset issues. They all worked just fine. Was that 3 or 4 shots? Let's see. Why did one end up like this and the other one ended up like that? Don't know. Old guns. Let's check it. Empty. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. And I'll make more when they're all reliable. But I think it's important to make videos of how things really are, of reality. The reality is when you buy a gun, it doesn't always work. Let me take this off. So they don't always work when you buy them. The whole thing is a system, right? So things can be worn out, tired, fatigued, metal fatigue, spring fatigue. Let's see. Again, it just sucks to change magazines, and of course, you shoot them, the grip gets loose. I wonder if they had that problem with the military too. They go in a fight and where's my grip? So that's why I think it's important to have 2 guns. When you have 2 guns, you can compare, you can swap parts, you can think it out. But that's the joy of collecting, shooting, repairing, fixing, experimenting. That's it. See ya.